Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you could join with me today. We're going to pull some cards for the collective and see what kind of messages from Spirit are here to help us along our journey. Felt a few popping out from here, so wanted to pull everything that feels right. We have a lot of releasing of toxic energy we're feeling here. I'm also feeling for some of you, you're feeling exhausted. You're exhausted. It's been a long year. We are supposed to take this period of time to rest and reflect on the situations that we have endured over this last year, particularly with this Five of Cups. Some of us are grieving heavily. Loss of relationships, loss of loved ones, loss of situations, feeling as though there was just some great disappointments that we had hoped would turn out differently, and instead we're reflecting back, and we have a lot of resistance to accepting how things have transpired. We're not fully understanding why these things occurred. These lessons are not the types of lessons that you will fully have answers to immediately. I'm getting that Spirit has saved you from situations that were not in alignment with your highest path and potential. They were not in alignment with your purpose. They were not what you thought they were. These things were, you're being protected from them. They were being pulled from your trajectory because there was something that was not being fully revealed to you in that time. And it wasn't something that you would have been able to catch yourself. So Spirit was working the universe and energetically aligning you with what is for you, what is honest and authentic and genuinely belonging in your path and belonging in your life. And you just haven't fully been able to accept that yet. You've just kind of been holding on to these situations. Now, for some of you who are grieving, you're grieving, especially the loss of a loved one. You think, well, there isn't any purpose or path to that. Well, no, it's just a part of life. It's a cycle of the ups and downs that we endure. That doesn't mean that there isn't something that we can't take from it that is positive. We can reflect upon the joy that that person gave us in our lives. That grieving is a reflection of how much you love them, which meant that there were a lot of really beautiful, wonderful things that you experienced with that person, in that relationship, in that job situation, with that family member. Going forward, we have to embrace those things that empowered us and made us feel wonderful and good. If we try to hold on to the aspects of this situation that are disappointing and letting us down, making us feel uncertain, making us feel confused, allowing it to permeate your life to where you're just exhausted with thinking, feeling this tremendous grief, this heavy heart. You're just feeling so overwhelmed with what could have been or what should have been. You're not allowing yourself to really appreciate the workings and wonders of the universe. There is more for you to come. And there's something that will be revealed to you in the near future so that you do understand in certain cases why things were the way they were. No, we did not want to lose our loved one in order for us to live a better life. That's not what this is saying. Instead, what it's saying is, with that loss, if you are able to focus on the beautiful moments that you had with those individuals, what you will instead see is there are areas of your life that you are more worthy and more deserving that you have not seen before, that you were at this level and standard for this individual that you love so deeply, and their loss is so tragic. You were not paying attention to the situations that were vibrating at this much lower level. You were allowing these to take place because you had this beautiful experience up here. Now that this beautiful experience has ended its cycle, what you're left with is this lower vibrational stuff down here. All of this stuff is going to become more clear. You know that there is some path and purpose to all of this. You just don't see why yet. For some of you, I'm getting that you're just heavily in denial about these lower vibrational situations. It seems more difficult to walk away from them now because then you would have nothing. But what you instead would have is the standards and the energy that you had remaining when you were vibrating up here. You have the potential to eliminate that and elevate your own vibrational sense in a place where you know it belongs. So that difficulty is only a period of time to help us learn and understand the difference. The Temperance card is kind of a challenging path. I don't want to say it's difficult because difficulty is something that doesn't add benefit to our life, but challenges elevate us. Temperance is about challenges. It's about overcoming cycles and periods and recognizing that without the heat, without the cooling relief, we cannot harden steel. We cannot become stronger. We cannot be prepared for what we're truly meant for. This experience that you had that you're holding on to was the comparison that you needed to understand that down here was not so hot. If you hadn't had this up here, that beautiful experience, whether it's still here or not, you're grieving its lost right now. But if you hadn't had that, you wouldn't know what this is. You needed that to show you the difference. You needed that to be pulled away from you so that you could see what was here and see what it really was for what it really truly is. You go, wait a minute, I know what better is. I know what good is. I know what it feels like when things are right for me. Because I was up here, I know what that is. But you needed to know what this was. And you weren't taking it for what it really was. In some cases, you may have been taking it for granted. I'm getting for a lot of you, this was a loss that was not something that you took for granted, but that you just came to appreciate as a standard in your life. And so you just ignored this stuff down here and let it persist because you always had this to fill you back up. And with the absence of this, what you're witnessing and experiencing is these lower vibrational forces that are pulling you away. This is to help you realize what you truly deserve. You know the difference now. You know what it takes to have that, and you know that you can have it back. So you're going to put that effort back into directing your life with a very intentional force. At the very, very base of things, the ideas that you hold in your mind and your heart, take that grief and pay attention to the love, the inspiration, the ideas, the creativity, that all of that imparted upon you so that you can elevate this situation and watch all of this fade away. Bring yourself back up here, and everything else down here is invisible to you. It will fade away from you. We have an opportunity to rest, rejuvenate, so that we can begin again. We have this message reiterating in this second pull here. Our brown bear spirit is asking us to go ahead and take some time out. We have a journey to embark upon, the next phase in our journey. And as we're feeling the exhaustion, as we're feeling all the energies coming to a close, as we're feeling like we just want to close cycles out, Brown Bear is asking us to take that time for your spirit to rest and just be. You don't have to put any intentional effort into what's next for you. It will be beginning as it naturally begins every single time. As that cycle starts again, you will feel the natural draw towards moving forward. But right now, we have to honor our feelings, honor your intuition, honor your body. Your mind is saying, I'm tired. It's telling you it's time to rest. The bear has to take these moments of rejuvenation because it cannot possibly make it through all of that harshness going full force. The bear instead realizes, oh, it's rough out here right now. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Time to hibernate. I'm going to reclaim my power. I'm going to keep my resources at a close proximity to me. I'm going to use them wisely. I'm not going to ask myself to focus on everything that's coming because right now, all I'm being asked to do is prepare for the journey by resting. Using my energy to overthink all that going forward isn't necessary right now. What's necessary is that we sink back into what it feels like and we pay attention to this and we honor our body and our mind with what we need. We need rest. We need good nutrients. We need to hydrate ourselves. You don't need to jump into that exercise program if you weren't already doing it. It doesn't matter what time and day you begin. You don't need the New Year's Day to begin your new workout program. You can start in February if you like. Maybe you're going to kick it off in January, but maybe you're going to wait until April. You have other things going on in your life. Those are taking a lot of your resources right now. Just basic survival is taking up a lot of your energy right now. So why add to that?
As my microphones cut me off several times in the course of reading this message, I took it as a sign from Spirit that I had said the things that needed to be said and no more was needed. So thank you for joining me with me today, and I can't wait to hear from you in the new year and to celebrate your journey with you. Thank you.